In 1944, a geneticist named Barbara McClintock made a discovery so far ahead of its time that no one could even understand it. By studying the color patterns on kernels of corn, the spots, the streaks, the strange mosaics, she realized something that contradicted everything genetics taught. Genes weren't fixed in place. They could jump. She called them transposable elements, segments of DNA that could cut themselves out of one location and paste themselves into another. This wasn't a mutation. This wasn't an error. The genome was actively reorganizing itself. It was as if the DNA had a mind of its own. When she presented her findings, the response was devastating. Colleagues stared blankly. Some walked out. The few who stayed said she was confused, or worse, that she'd lost her mind. One scientist said her work was no grueling, no excitement. She stopped publishing. She stopped giving talks. For 30 years, she worked alone in her cornfield while the world ignored her. Then in the 1970s, molecular biologists found them, jumping genes in bacteria, in fruit flies, in humans. Exactly what McClintock had described 3 decades earlier. Suddenly, the woman they dismissed as crazy was a prophet. Transposable elements make up nearly half of human DNA. They drive evolution. They cause cancer. They are everywhere. In 1983, at age 81, Barbara McClintock won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Alone. No shared credit. She is still the only woman to win an unshared Nobel in that category. When asked if she was bitter about the decades of rejection, she said, "If you know you're right, you don't care. You know that sooner or later, it will come out in the wash." She kept working in her cornfield until she died at 90. Subscribe for more stories they don't teach in school.